Hi, you guys. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and what a great day. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Just getting texts while I'm starting this message this morning. You know, the last hour I've been listening again to the Bhagavad Gita by Stephen Mitchell. And what a beautiful book. Hi, Maria. Hi. So, the Bhagavad Gita. Just, I remember, I think I've maybe four different translations, but this one by Stephen Mitchell on Audible is so beautiful. It's just so beautiful, and if we listen and listen and listen and listen and drop into the teaching and see the constant wheel of life and the possibility of through devotion, through yoga, through knowledge, through meditation, the possibility of getting off the wheel. I know that might sound, if you're not familiar, that might sound like a crazy thought, but we really can, through devotion, I think, move into a place where we don't have to come back again and again and again. So, hi JR. I'm just speaking about the Bhagavad Gita by Stephen Mitchell, and wow, just it's so beautiful. And I can't even tell you how many times I've listened to it. It's my go-to, and it's so well read. I have it on Audible. Just as a tip, I set it at 125, so it goes a little faster, but it's beautiful. Beautiful voice and beautiful reading and beautiful lessons, and inspires me. Sometimes in the day-to-day of the practical world, we tend to take things pretty seriously, and listening to the Bhagavad Gita is very inspiring, and we see so much more of the big picture, which, I'm interested in the bigger picture. I am. David Hawkins, I've said many times about Hawkins, and he built this scale from 0 to 1,000, and 1,000 at the top of the spiritual scale, or the vibrational scale was Christ consciousness. And so way just like, wow, and I can't even imagine that. I imagine the possibility of unconditional love at 540, which is unconditional love. Imagine unconditional love is kind of halfway up the scale. And Hawkins says if we get past 600, we just may not even want to stay here. We might just leave, And so anyway, on that scale, when they measured the vibration of this book, it came in over 900, So if we can be with a book, with a teaching that vibrates that high on a regular basis, it has the possibility to lift us up. That's my thing. I mean, if we are lifted up, so much of the to and fro of the mind, so much of the story, the things that we get attached to, the drama that we create for ourselves, just disappears. If we're vibrating it in courage and acceptance and gratitude and unconditional love and joy. Those higher vibrations, there's very much less misery there. There's the less possibilities, I think. But then, for me, when I do drop in, and I do have times when I'm like, totally deep in story and fear, and when that does happen, there's part of me that sees it as a gift. It's like, oh, this is part of my teaching, part of my learning, and even though the mind is telling me that, everything's fucked, and I fucked it, that's what happens when those low moments, it's ruined and it's all my fault, and I have those. We all have them, and it's the human experience. But I think that, when we get to hang with like a fellow like Stephen Mitchell in his book, how his translation of the Bhagavad Gita, I so recommend it. I really do. Get Audible and 20 times listen to this book, and have it as go to. Anyway, so love you guys, and beautiful, beautiful Sunday today. Gosh, what a beautiful day. I was out this morning and got coffee and groceries a little bit, and having friends over today. We do this. I love people, and I love having them in my home. And so today, I don't know. I actually have no idea who all is coming. I know some. I know JR is coming. Yes, JR, come as early as you can. James is away all day at a show. He's at this spirit show, Spirit and Mind show, or Spirit in the Glenmorgan Community Center. So he's over there with a bunch of our stuff, trying to raise the rent. So, yeah. Speaking of that, we have a website, valleyandbeyond.ca, and lots of stuff on there. And it really is kind of all about the rent these days. And as we're starting over again, finding our new, level, new feet, new, however it's going to work in the practical. So anyway, so James is away. So yes, JR, come as early as you can. I couldn't sure use a hand throwing it all together. I got to put a turkey in and all of that. Okay. So anyway, my thoughts for the day was the Bhagavad Gita. It's such a high vibration book. And I just love the time I spend in that book is amazing. And yeah, love you guys. Have a super day. And remember, don't take it too seriously. Everything, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I remember when I first sobered up years and years ago in my 20s, and everything was such a drama, and I had so much pain. And my brother Bob used to say all the time, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And and he'd remind me too. He'd say, well, did you have a place to sleep last night? Yes. Did you have clothes on your back? Yes. Have you had food today? Yes. So all good, and that was so often my brother's reminder of that, in this moment, everything's perfect. I have a beautiful home in this moment, and had a bite to eat already, listened to an amazing book, got to speak with you guys. So have a great day, and day to go outside and be in nature. Okay, love you so much, and we'll talk soon. Follow us on YouTube, Valley and Beyond. Love it if you follow us on YouTube, and if you have comments, it's great to hear from you. Say something. Say something. Okay, love you. Cheers. Bye.